Good Monday evening, June 16th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Accused child murderer Travis Decker is believed to remain at large, and the focus of the search may have shifted from Chelan County to neighboring Kittitas County. The city of Wenatchee finalized a $2 million donation Thursday to the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. Sunny with above normal temperatures expected again on Tuesday, with breezy and slightly cooler weather for Wednesday. Your full local weather forecast is coming up. About 1,000 people gathered at Memorial Park in Wenatchee on Saturday to participate in the nationwide No Kings protest against Trump administration policies. Wenatchee's demonstration joined others in small towns and major cities in all 50 states. The protests were held on the same day as a military parade in Washington, D.C., marking the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army, which also coincided with President Donald Trump's 79th birthday. Wenatchee's gathering drew speeches from several people, including community leader Dr. Jorge Chacon.
I was advised by two good friends to be careful what I say. But you know what? There's a time when things need to be said. I'm a Vietnam veteran. And when I served, I volunteered. I wasn't a citizen of the United States of America because I believed in democracy. And I will say it loud and clear that I do not serve a king. I serve democracy.
Accused child murderer Travis Decker is believed to remain at large, and the focus of the search may have shifted from Chelan County to neighboring Kittitas County. The Kittitas Sheriff's Office said Sunday its tactical response team remains active in areas near the northern boundary with Chelan County. That's close to where Decker is last believed to have traveled. The 32-year-old former Army member is charged with kidnapping and murder in the deaths of his three daughters, 5-year-old Olivia, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 9-year-old Peyton. Their bodies were discovered June 2nd in a national forest campsite west of Leavenworth, and Decker is believed to have disappeared on foot into the Cascade Mountains. Anyone spotting Decker is urged to call 911 immediately. A $20,000 reward is offered in his capture. The girl's family will hold a public memorial service in their memory on Friday night at Rocky Reach Dam Park, north of Wenatchee. A new wildfire that was detected on Friday has reached roughly 150 acres in size. The Pumice Fire is burning in the Glacier Peak Wilderness, about 36 miles northwest of Entiat as the crow flies. The U.S. Forest Service is the lead agency, and it says the fire is burning in heavy dead and falling timber about 5,000 feet above sea level on mountainside terrain. A hiker reported the smoke on Friday morning, and smoke jumpers parachuted into the area within an hour. No structures are threatened, and crews continue to work on containment. In a meeting today with Chelan County Commissioners, Supervisor Tara Humphreys with the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest gave an update on the fire response.
We've had really great support in getting resources there. We were able to put jumpers out as soon as the smoke was reported, or very shortly thereafter, as you know. But anyhow, we were able to get some jumpers on that fire. We've had really great air support in terms of scoopers and helicopters, really all the things that we've asked for. So that fire is nested in a tough spot. It's the 2015 Wolverine fire footprint with the 26 tin pan on the other side of the Entiat River there. So that's just some tough country with snags and steep. I know you guys are familiar with that country. I said to someone the other day, oh, the Okanagan, this fire's in a really tough footprint. And they said, well, like 75% of the Okanagan-Wenatchee is a tough footprint.
Work is underway to build a new Center for Technical Education and Innovation, a landmark investment for Wenatchee Valley College. WVC broke ground on the project last week at a ceremony that saw attendance from state representatives, elected officials, business leaders, and the greater Wenatchee Valley College community. The 70,000 square foot, $50 million facility will equip, train, and prepare students entering the skilled trades workforce in areas such as agriculture, automotive technology, computer technology, aerospace electronics, environmental systems, refrigeration technology, and more. Early estimates foresee completion and occupancy in the fall of 2027. When we come back, Governor Bob Ferguson must appoint a new Superior Court judge for Okanagan County, and attorneys are lining up to apply. And an Eastmont High School senior won third place in the Washington Apple Education Foundation's 2025 Year of the Apple contest. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Central Washington Water understands the power of healing waters. If part of your wellness routine includes hot heat from a sauna, Central Washington Water now carries indoor and outdoor infrared and hot rock saunas by Tilo. Research shows there are many health benefits to a cold plunge after a good workout or relaxing time in your sauna. Harness the power of water in a hot spring spa, plug-and-play spas, a Tilo sauna, or a cold plunge tub. Stop by Central Washington Water, your wellness experts.
Welcome to the summer of good. Good people, good taste, good vibes, and good, well, everything. When you're ready for some old-fashioned good, Abby's is your place. We've been celebrating summers around the P&W for over 60 years. At Abby's, good is a legendary tradition. Here's a good-looking pizza, guaranteed to bring some summer smiles. And right now, it's on sale, so it's good for your wallet too. This giant is loaded with toppings and can feed up to 6 people. Order at abbys.com. Give us a call or just drop by. It's the summer of good, only at Abby's Legendary Pizza.
Between juggling groceries, preparing meals, and lending a helping hand, you're a hero without a cape. But who's there to support you? Aging and Adult Care honors caregivers like you, the relatives, friends, and neighbors, helping loved ones remain safely at home. Aging and Adult Care offers chore services, respite, personal care, and more. Serving Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Lincoln, Adams, and Okanagan counties, call Aging and Adult Care at 1-800-572-4459 for caregiver support.
The City of Wenatchee finalized a $2 million donation Thursday to the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. The City Council voted unanimously to approve the transfer, which was already written into the city budget for this year. The money will go toward the museum's capital campaign, which aims to renovate and revitalize the facility and its exhibits. The City of Wenatchee owns the building that houses the museum, which previously operated as a city agency until 2015. Governor Bob Ferguson must appoint a new Superior Court judge for Okanagan County, and attorneys are lining up to apply. 6 lawyers, including a Wenatchee attorney and a former county prosecutor, have submitted applications to the governor's office. Holly Peterson Duffy is a Wenatchee private practice attorney who frequently practices in Okanagan County courtrooms. She's previously worked as a public defender in both Grant and Chelan counties. Another applicant, Arian Noma, was the Okanagan County prosecutor from 2018 to 2020 before resigning over what he called inadequate funding for the office. The other 4 hopefuls hail from Okanagan, Ferry, and Stevens counties. They're seeking to replace Judge Robert Grimm, who announced last month he would leave the bench. An Eastmont High School senior won third place in the Washington Apple Education Foundation's 2025 Year of the Apple contest. Emma Sotelo took home $250 for her piece titled Wenatchee's Best Workers. The contest accepts art pieces from high school students in a wide array of artistic mediums, from colored pencils to pastels. The submitted pieces are evaluated by a panel of judges composed of representatives from Washington's tree fruit industry. In addition to her prize money, Sotelo earned Eastmont High School a $150 gift card for art supplies. The first and second place winners hail from A.C. Davis High School and West Valley High Schools in Yakima. Coming up next is plans for a new and improved Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center take shape. The Genealogy Library that lives in the building's annex is looking for its next home. We'll tell you more in tonight's feature story. Our temperatures will remain above normal through the week with the cool down and possible showers this weekend. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
The joys of sitting in traffic, burning gas, donating your paycheck to parking enforcement. Or you could join us this June for Ride Transit Month. On Link, you ride for free, anytime, anywhere. Plus, Link's electric buses run on clean local hydropower. Thanks, Columbia River. So while you're saving some cash, you're also saving the planet. So hop on board Link for Ride Transit Month. Stress-free, wallet-friendly, eco-smart.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Call Alpine Air Heating and Cooling today. Your comfort is their priority.
As plans for a new and improved Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center take shape, the Genealogy Library that lives in the building's annex is looking for its next home. The library is run by a group of volunteers from the Wenatchee Area Genealogical Society. The group, also known as WAGS, put out a plea on social media saying they needed help finding a new location as they determined what their future looks like in the new museum space. NCWLIFE News spoke with society representatives to learn more about what their library offers and what they need from a new building.
We've been part of here in the annex since around 1979, and they are undergoing a huge construction project. So we have been asked to find a new location. You know, obviously they're also having to move some things around. We have to find a new home for a while, and we aren't 100% sure if it will be temporary or permanent. We don't have confirmation either way yet. The situation is somewhat fluid. I believe they're still working on funding and things like that. For the organization, we offer monthly educational programs. We do workshops that are open to members. So we have a membership and to the general public. As a board member, it's our goal to support the organization and to keep the resources that have been donated, that we've collected, open to the community. The whole purpose is to help people with their family history or genealogy research. And so our purpose is to, support people and not have it cost a lot. We like to keep it very affordable. And so we have a lot of volunteers who donate time to keep the library open, but also to lend us their expertise in research.
So one of the things we have is we have an entire obituary section. And that has the obituaries mostly from the Wenatchee World and the Wenatchee Daily World back before that. But it also has some of the outlying communities and their obituaries in there. So we have obituaries back to the 1890s. And we offer those, to people that are doing research. And then we have the city directories for Wenatchee. I think we have some as early as the 1930s. And that offers your address, your phone number, that kind of stuff. We do have phone books, we have yearbooks. So, and we have some local history. So we have a lot of by county where we have some local history. And then we go out and we have some states. So everybody came from someplace else. So we have some state books and stuff, people that did research and then said, I'm done with this, and donated it to the library. So, and then we also have countries, because people came from someplace else before they got here. So where was that place and what did they learn? I mean, the dream would be to keep the same type of space and functionality that we have now. And that's really going to depend on community support. So
We're flexible. We are currently partnering with the Wenatchee Public Library to be able to host, to utilize their conference room space, to be able to host our programs and offer those presentation workshops to the public and our membership there. So that's, one piece of the puzzle taken off. But we, we would love to keep a public access space so we could keep the library open. And again, digitizing is another huge piece of the work that we do. And so we need workspace, for volunteers to come in and archive those records. And then storage. We have, all of these are physical holdings that you're looking at, and down in the basement, there's some more file cabinets. So some of it we would need ongoing access to, so we can continue offering that service to look up for people. And then some could be put in storage until we knew where we were landing, our new permanent situation. The dream is to maintain, similar service, but recognizing like we may have limited options and we'll have to be flexible at what is available.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you all had a great Father's Day weekend, and boy, it was a nice one yesterday, and that translated into another beautiful day today as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley from our tower camera up on Wenatchee Heights. And we did have some high clouds out there today. That actually kept our temperature down a little bit, but still warmer than normal and still an awfully nice day for here we are in the middle of June. But we've got some winds to talk about, and that will continue until about 9 p.m. tonight. The foothills of the Cascades right in this circle, and that includes a lot of us here in our viewing area, the Moses Lake area, Ellensburg, Wenatchee, also Chelan and up into Omak. About 30 to 35 mile an hour gusts are possible. I think our winds will be late this afternoon and into our early evening hours. And because of that wind, low humidity, and above normal temperatures, yeah, we have a red flag warning that will also go until about 9 p.m. tonight. Gusty winds, as I mentioned, low humidity, and those warm temperatures. New fires could spread very rapidly. Be awfully careful out there tonight. I mentioned we got warm today. I thought we might get to about 88. Unofficially, 86 degrees our high temperature. Still 8 degrees above where we should be for this time of year. 78 is normal. A hot one back in 1961. This record has been around for a while, 104 degrees. We were at 59 this morning, 55 our normal low temperature, and our record low 43, and that was set in 2010. Sunrise now 5:03 and sunset straight up at 9 p.m. All right, taking a look at your Tuesday temperatures, a bit of a cool down, but not much compared to today. We'll still see 86s, Moses Lake and Ephrata. Quincy, you should top out at 86, and then mid-80s, 85 in Wenatchee, Eniat and Chelan at 84, also up in Omak, you will be in the mid-80s, and then mainly down into the lower 80s for the upper elevations. Leavenworth 83, and Lake Wenatchee, you will see a high tomorrow of 80 degrees. So still plenty warm out there, and it's all because of this ridge of high pressure that's been holding on. Boy, it was there all of last week, but it will be moving away in the next couple of days. Tonight, mostly clear skies, a little breezy, low temperatures in the upper 50s. Red flag warning will expire about 9 p.m. More sunshine as we get you into Tuesday, and more warm temperatures too. We'll be above normal with highs in the mid-80s for your Tuesday. As we get to Wednesday, this is where the low pressure system that we talked about earlier will begin to change our weather. Windy conditions on Wednesday. It will cool down somewhat and down into the low 80s, which will still be about 4 to 5 degrees above where we should be. And then on Thursday, mostly sunny. We'll call it seasonally warm as the breezes lay down a little bit on Thursday. Should be a nice one with high temperatures in the low 80s. And then things really change as we get into the end of the week and into this weekend. For Friday, partly cloudy skies, and look at all of the cloudiness. Area of low pressure slides down into the western U.S., and we've got a little low right in Washington state. So about a 20% 20% chance of rain. The big news, cooler weather, mid-70s for high temperatures on Friday. And then as we get you into the upcoming weekend, Saturday, unfortunately, looks to be our coolest day. Mostly cloudy, possibly our wettest day as well. A 40% chance of rain here in the Wenatchee Valley. It will be cooler. Look at that. High temperatures only in the low 70s. That'll be 5 to 10 degrees below normal as we get through Saturday. On Sunday, we're going to stay with mostly cloudy skies. About a 30% chance that we could see a stray shower here in north central Washington. A little bit warmer on Sunday, and that'll be our trend next week with high temperatures by the end of the weekend into the mid-70s. Here's your 7-day forecast. 57 overnight. A nice day tomorrow. Sunny. 85 our high. A little breezy Wednesday, maybe even into Thursday. 82s for high temperatures both days. And then a big cool down with some wetter weather possibly moving our way. A chance for showers both Friday and again on Sunday. The best chance for rain will be on Saturday with a 40% chance of the wet stuff and a high temperature then of only 71 degrees. That's a look at your north central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Dan Kuntz and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Happy Monday, everybody. J.P. Crawford hit a grand slam, a home run. Emerson Hancock looked good. Best outing, perhaps, of his career. And the Mariners complete the sweep yesterday. They took care of the Guardians. The final there was 6-0 for Hancock. He allowed just 2 hits. He walked only 2, only gave up 1 walk. He struck out 4. And in 7 innings of work, he only had to throw 85 innings.
Pops him up. Garver behind home plate today, watches, and now retreats. Watch a hole! Wow! Look who just showed up! Miles Mastravoni on a slip and slide makes the catch.
Basically camped underneath this. He's far away. He's looking up at Mitch. Realizing, man, he's nowhere near that. It's unbelievable. Not to mention the fact you got Mitch Garver that can't see him.
Lined into right field and base hit. Rosarena scores. Mastravoni puts the Mariners in front. 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning.
Now Miles jumping all over a pitch in the middle of the plate. That was a changeup, and you lost him. So all of a sudden, when you're on the mound, and I've fallen into this way too many times, where you feel that sense of urgency, you want to get into a good count, and then you get burnt by that first pitch.
Next pitch to Crawford. Fly ball, right field, back, gone! First Father's Day grand slam, J.P. Crawford. He's got that dad strength in him now. 5-0 Mariners.
We're so used to seeing him have that 2-strike approach where he just kind of slaps the ball into left field. This time gets that slider down and in, drives into right field.
Here is Tellez. Taken off for second and safe. Now Rosarena swipes his second base today.
And there's 2 elements of that, Randy.
Lined out towards left center, base hit. Now Rosarena scores easily from second base. An RBI single, Mitch Garver. And the Mariners tack on a run at 6-0.
It's not personal. They're getting a tough pitch in the middle of the plate. And that slider and driving that ball in for an RBI to the left center to get the RBI knock.
Up the middle, cut off again by Schneemann. Quick throw, and he got him. What a play by Daniel Schneemann.
Had to go across the bag there. That was a really nice play.
Watch the range.
Goes down to the ground, gets it, comes up, fires a strike over to Kyle Manzardo at first base.
I hope we all get to know him a little bit better as the season goes along.
Tap to third. Jose on the run. Bare hand grab.
Nice
throw to
play.
first. What a dynamite play by Jose Ramirez.
Fantastic job here by Jose, knowing the only chance he's got to make this play at first base is to barehand it. Kind of having to get a little bit of an in-between hop there, but secures the ball. Outstanding job of transferring. You can see it right there. Whole hand open. He's able to plant and throw.
2-1. On the ground, over to Polanco. He's got it, and that's the ball game. Vibes restored around the Mariners. A clean 3-game sweep.
Afterwards, manager Dan Wilson admitted that was a crucial sweep, and now gets the Mariners back on track.
Really nice way to bounce back from a tough road trip with a great series like that and a great win today. Coming off that great win last night, can't say enough about the job that Emerson did today. Just coming out there, being completely aggressive in the strike zone. I don't even know how many first pitch strikes it was, but it was a ton. And using his sinker, thought he had a really nice changeup today, mixing his slider from time to time. But I think the combination of Emerson and the stuff that he had and the aggression that he had, and then getting a 5-run lead there early in that second inning. Big hit by Mastro to give us a lead, and then JP, kind of taking care of the rest there in that inning. We've just seen so many good at-bats from JP, and able to get a changeup, get something out front. Again, we talk about middle of the field. He's been using left field a lot, but it allows you, when you get that breaking ball in the zone, you're able to get out front on that a little bit and pull it, and that's the one he got, and just a great at bat, put us up there, and then Emerson did the rest. The bullpen came in, slammed the door late. I thought Garv's at bat there too, getting that run in with 2 outs, another big at bat. Being able to just add on one more run, I thought was big for us there, and just a great win all around. Again, contributions up and down, good defense behind Emerson. Just a really, good afternoon and a quick win.
J.P. Crawford became a father a couple of months ago, and with his wife and daughter in the stands, he hit a grand slam home run, and he told Jim Mueller from Root Sports, yeah, it was kind of cool.
Is it safe to say that grand slam caps an already awesome first Father's Day?
Yeah, it's definitely one to remember for sure.
Okay, so let's go back a little earlier in that inning. Canzone has a long at-bat. He draws a walk. How much credit does he get for setting up what happened after that?
Oh, yeah, it's huge. Keep the line moving and good things happen.
You get to the plate. Good things have happened lately. At what point did you know you had that out of the park?
I think as soon as I hit it. I was just trying to get something in the air, get a sac fly or something, but thankfully it went out.
You have homered many times before. You have rounded those bases. Did you think about anything different on Father's Day today?
Oh, yeah, just think about my daughter. That's it.
How many times do you envision telling her about this grand slam as she gets older?
Oh, yeah, she'll hear it a lot for sure.
It does a lot for you, for your family. This series sweep, though, what does this do for the team?
Oh, it's huge. We had a rough couple of weeks, and it's good to turn the page, and, here we are right now.
Logan Gilbert activated yesterday. He's going to see his first action since April. Red Sox are in town. Go Logan Gilbert. It's good to have him back. It's the Red Sox and the Mariners tonight, 6:35 first pitch on Root Sports. All right, let's get to the scoreboard we go for the American League West and the standings. Houston won again, 5 in a row now for the Astros. It took them 10 innings, but they beat the Twins. The final there was 2-1. Rangers knocked off the White Sox 2-1, so the Rangers are 5.5 games out of first place. The Rangers have a 4.5 game lead over the Mariners. Athletics beat the Royals. In fact, everybody in the AL West won yesterday, except the Angels, who lost 11-2. Local sports. Speaking of sweeps, the Wenatchee Apple Sox swept the Port Angeles Lefties right out of town. 3 games, 3 decisive victories. On Friday night, they set team records for most hits in a game and most total bases in a game, and they scored 3 touchdowns. On Friday night, they beat Port Angeles. The final there was 21-9. That was on Friday. Saturday, Alec Johnson pitched 5 scoreless innings. Wenatchee shut him out 3-0. And then yesterday, the Sox scored 4 in the first, 4 in the third, and 4 in the eighth, and they cruised to a 13-5 win. The Sox are tied with the Bellingham Bells for first place in the WCL North Division. They're off today. And then, yes, the Dub C fish sticks come to town for 2 non-leaguers tomorrow and Wednesday. Break out the tartar sauce. There's your scoreboard, everybody. Wenatchee and Bellingham are tied for first place, identical 11-4 records. Bellingham knocked off Victoria last night. Kamloops is 2 games back. Edmonton 2.5 games back. Kamloops did beat Edmonton 12-6. Nanaimo is 3 games back. They beat Kelowna last night. The final there was 8-2. The other winners, Ridgefield, Marion, Corvallis, Walla Walla, and Portland. The Pickles improved to 14-1. No wonder they're the defending WCL champions. And those are just some of the games that people are playing.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.